Hi everyone, it's time for an update. So as you can see here, this is DNA test results from 2018. This was, I think, just before I went on my trip to Europe. So as we can see, it was 78.5 French and German, 6.6 British and Irish, Iberian 0.7, 0.6 Eastern European, 0.4 Balkan, 0.3 Italian, 9.0 broadly Northwest European, 3.2 broadly Southern European, and 0.6, I believe, broadly European. So there's been several updates since then, and each one's given me different results in some ways. The most recent one has been extremely disappointing because it took off things that I knew were there. Apparently that's happened to a lot of people, so I'm not really recommending 23andMe currently. That could change. And I suspect it will change. So, right now, over here, we see a before update and after update button. So you can actually compare, and if you scroll down, there was... Oh, not there anymore. Okay. There was somewhere around here a way to check and see if or a way to report inaccuracies, I should say. Okay, so now I'm just going to give the last two updates. So we've got Northwest European, and this was the before update, which was late 2019, I believe, or early 2020, something like that. So Northwest European 92.0 broken down into 79.3 French and German compared to 78.5 over there, and that was broken down into cantons, which I cannot click on with the old map anymore, or cannot click on and get the old map now. It automatically goes to the new one. It's about the same though. I'll show you that in a minute. British and Irish was 6.6. It's now 6.7 on this one. Broadly Northwest European went from 9.0 to 6.0. Southern European went from Southern European went from 3.2 to 5.7. My old Iberian went from 0.7 to 2.4. Then my Italian went from 0.3 to 1.6. The broadly Southern European, oh yeah, that's right. Broadly Southern European went from 3.2 to 1.7. So there was an influx of Southern European testing apparently done before this update was done. Maybe. Not sure exactly. So Eastern European, let's see. It went from 0.6 to 0.6. See, the same over the course of the test, or over the course of the updates. Broadly European went from 0.8 to 1.3. Okay. Now, here's something fascinating. Broadly Western Asian and North African, 0.2. So that's all the way over here. That's interesting. What's particularly of note is that at one point there was an update that showed it from here all the way over here. So, counting that, I'm suspecting somewhere around here came my Turkish ancestor. And unassigned, 0.2. They couldn't figure out where that came from. So I'm going to go with after update now. So we have 98% Northwestern European and 98% French and German. Hold on now. Where did my Irish go? Or my British and Irish? What happened there? where's the Eastern European or the Balkan or the Italian? What's going on here? What's up, 23andMe? So, French and German. I'm going to go over here to where all these cantons are. And I'm going to refresh this page. Sometimes it glitches. And it glitched again. There we go. Alrighty. Canton of Bern. Most indubitably, yes, I know my ancestors are from here. And I fell in love with the area when I visited in 2018. This is Lucerne. This is Argyll. I know both of these are correct. Zurich, 99.9% sure that's correct. Ticino, I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's probably likely correct. This is an Italian-speaking area of Switzerland. So that may be where the Italian went. But, who knows? Germany, Baden-Württemberg is here. Yeah, that's right, actually, based on the records I've seen. Bavaria, most likely correct. And Saarland, which, as what I remember, is correct too. Now, France. So, they have it showing up in Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes. I don't know if I pronounced that right or not. That is correct, especially for one particular line that involved the French noble girl that I spoke about in my first DNA video who had a fling with the Turkish ancestor. So, and this goes into French nobility in this area. So it's quite likely that, yes, the tales are true. Quite likely, not positive. Then there's Grand Est, which we all know is where France and Germany have fought over for millennia, and yeah, lots of people came from that area. So I'm going to go back, and so my Spanish and Portuguese came somewhere between 1840 and 1720, supposedly. Don't really know where. Could my Lee ancestor have actually been Spanish or Portuguese? No, because that was showing up on my, not showing up on my dad's side. My dad did a DNA test as well. He does not have Spanish and Portuguese. So that was especially curious. So, I am going to go with, oh yes, so some of you like the Janaea blogger, is that right? Janaea vlogger on YouTube. He's especially interested in how many relatives do I have? Well, I'm not going to show them all, but I have 1,437 relatives. Some of them I actually know. And Neanderthal ancestry. I had 75% fewer Neanderthal variants. But one particular one was lack of back hair, which is true. TMI. And then my maternal haplogroup did not change. That was T2B6. However, if you look here, sorry for the zoom in there, paternal haplogroup on the original was R-M405. When, as you can see, I only had 747 DNA relatives at the time. So in 2 years, my DNA relatives have practically doubled. So yeah, back to the paternal haplogroup, RM405. And now it is RDF98, and I don't see the RM405 anywhere. I need to research this some more and see if that shows up somewhere up in this area here. But essentially, my paternal comes from here in Africa, of course, as most of us do, and goes up to basically what Saudi Arabia now, way over here, and then bounce back over here, and over here, which makes sense. Let's go over to my maternal. So, going down here, T2B6. So, goes from Africa up through here, and yep, makes sense. Alright, I'm going to show you something else now. I actually uploaded my 23andMe data to several websites, including some I won't get into here. One of them was MyHeritage, and I was kind of disappointed with this. It seemed vastly inaccurate. Like 38.5% Irish, Scotch, and Welsh? I don't think so. 22.5 Scandinavian? Highly doubtful. North and West European, which is here. Well, that would be Switzerland, but that's awfully low comparing to what I actually know. Iberian, 21.3. That could cover Switzerland, but there's the Spain again and Portugal, maybe some French. I'm awfully curious. Then Ashkenazi Jewish. That's interesting. Especially interesting because of something else I'm going to show you momentarily. And then there's the West Asian, which is here. And I think it's Iran and Turkey, most likely. Or Georgia and Azerbaijan, and I forget what nation that is right there. This is basically what I have been suspecting with a Turkish ancestor. So I'm going to continue going with that. But, as I said, I'm not trusting this MyHeritage thing. And now, we're going to FTDNA. So, we see 100% Europe. Okay then. Central Europe, 47%. Okay, hello Switzerland, hello France, hello Germany. Okay, that seems awfully low. Ireland, 13%. Yay, I have Ireland. That seems high, even though I know I have an Irish ancestry. Scandinavia, which is here, that's 8%. Yeah, could be. Iberian Peninsula, again, 17%. Where's all this Iberian coming from? I just don't get it. Now you should know, I have Amish and Mennonite ancestry. So any Spanish ancestry had to come in 20 generations ago? Well, not 20. 10 to 20 generations ago. So 17% is extraordinarily high. Either someone's not telling the truth way back in 5-6 generations ago, or this is wrong. I will be going with this is wrong for now. Italian Peninsula, 12%. Yeah, there's Switzerland. That works. Especially remember that other one had this section of Switzerland. So yeah, that's probably legit. And what is this? Malta. Let's see if it shows up. There we go. Malta, 2%. Oddly specific. Small area. Could be. Don't know. Very interesting. I need to research that. Now, do you remember over here, where over on MyHeritage it said Ashkenazi Jewish? Well, here is showing that area as being West Slavic. Maybe it could be both at the same time. Maybe a lot of West Slavic ancestry is actually Jewish, or Ashkenazi Jewish, or vice versa. Don't know. Let's see. I did some other organizations as well, but won't discuss those here. So there is another update coming. I am in the process of waiting on results from AncestryDNA, and I'm hoping for some fairly accurate results from them, particularly because I've seen really good stuff from them in YouTube videos, and I suspect that they'll have more accurate things. And they have a broader pool of people to pull from genetically as well, and they probably will have thousands upon thousands of DNA matches. I'm especially looking for that DNA from Ireland. But this whole Iberian thing has got me extremely curious. Alrighty, so that's the update for now. I will do a live video probably when AncestryDNA comes to me and says, hey, we got your results. That should be in 6 to 8 weeks. I actually put the sample in the mail today. It's going from Canada straight over to Ireland. I did not know AncestryDNA was in Ireland, or at least their processing center. That's cool. Alrighty. Y'all have fun.